I like that the armrest is elevated. Plenty of headroom.
You know, watch to the end of the video to find out what our favorite things are. You'll see those and understand why we actually do like this vehicle so much. So right now, coming up, my outside review, and just right after that, Nathan's interior review, and we're also cutting a separate video of the technology that's on this vehicle, and we'll put a link to that both in the description below and during his overview of the interior, so make sure to watch that too.
The Gladiator Rubicon is made to conquer nearly any terrain thanks to a variety of impressive equipment that heightens every measure of the legendary Jeep brand and its 4x4 capability. The Gladiator Rubicon is the most off-road capable mid-size pickup truck ever. This is the 2020 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon 4x4. Now, on the Gladiator, there are 4 trim levels. You have the Gladiator Sport starting at $33,545, the Gladiator Sport S starting at $36,745, the Gladiator Overland starting at $40,395, and then you have the Gladiator Rubicon starting at $43,545. This particular Gladiator Rubicon is a launch edition and it's stickered at $62,310. This vehicle is powered by the 3.6 liter V6 24 valve engine with sequential multi-port fuel injection. It produces 285 horsepower and 260 pound-foot of torque. There is an optional 6-speed manual transmission with a 2.72 to 1 low-range transfer case. This particular vehicle has the optional 8-speed automatic transmission. Now up front, you see we do have the fully automatic headlights and daytime running lights, and this Gladiator actually has the LED lighting group. Okay, and with the LED lighting group, you have the daytime running lamps, LED accents, front LED fog lights, LED park turn lamps, LED reflector headlights, and of course out back you have the LED tail lights. Now this Gladiator also has a transmission skid plate, and it has command track part-time four-wheel drive system. The front suspension is 5-link coil solid axle, and the rear suspension is also 5-link coil solid axle. Outside you have the heated power door mirrors, and you also have keyless entry. Then you've got underneath, you do have skid plates, you do have anti-lock 4-wheel disc brakes, and they are heavy-duty brakes with vented front and rear rotors. This vehicle is also equipped with electronic roll mitigation, electronic trailer sway control, and hill start assist with traction control. This vehicle has the safety group, which includes the blind spot and cross path detection, LED tail lights, as I said before, and the Park Sense rear park assist system. This vehicle also has the cold weather group, which features heated front seats, heated steering wheel, and the remote start system, and Nathan will show you a little bit about those heated seats and heated steering wheel on his review on the inside. This also does have the trail rail system here, and it does have an exterior 115 volt AC outlet and lockable rear under-seat storage, and again Nathan will show you that as well. There is also the auxiliary switch group, which this vehicle has, featuring a 240 amp alternator, 700 amp maintenance free battery, and also auxiliary switches. Now, included options with this vehicle is the body colored 3-piece hardtop. Inside you have the 8.4 inch radio and premium audio group, and it's an Alpine premium audio system. Up front you have a steel front bumper, remote proximity keyless entry, integrated off-road camera, a hardtop headliner, trailer tow package, and a roll-up tonneau cover. Those are just some of the things in that group. This vehicle also has a Bluetooth wireless speaker inside, and it does have a sprayed-in liner. Now on these wheels, these are the 17 by 7.5 granite crystal aluminum wheels, wrapped in 33 inch LT 285 70R17C all-terrain tires, and they're beautiful. Okay, out back we'll see the bed floor is 60.3 inches with the gate closed. The bed width at the tailgate is 56.8 inches. Let me get this out of the way here. And then the gate opening itself is 50 inches. Now between the two wheel humps, it's 44.8 inches wide. Now the bed is about 18 inches deep, and it's got a reasonable lift over here with the standard 33-inch tires. Not anything to really complain about. Now at the rear, the open tailgate is about 35 inches from the ground. Now dropping the tailgate, as you see now, stretches the floor to about 81.3 inches. Now the gate will handle 600 pounds with a single ramp, or 850 pounds with a pair of ramps. Now the tailgate in its half-down position, which is achieved by simply looping both of these cables around the little brackets back here, it will support up to 500 pounds, as you see it with both cables there. Now the height in that position also lines up with the top of the wheel bumps, and it helps to support and handle 4x8 sheets of plywood. Okay, there are also pockets in the bed halfway back, then they're sized to secure 2x6s to give you a little bit extra support for those sheets of plywood. Now Jeep says that that arrangement can haul up to 11 sheets of 3/4 inch plywood. Okay, there are also standard cargo lights in the bed, and there is a 115 volt 400 watt 3-prong outlet that's available just inside. There are also, it looks like, 4 tie-down loops too. The payload capacity when properly equipped is 1,200 pounds, and maximum towing is 7,000 pounds. Now, the Gladiator base weight with the automatic transmission is 5,072 pounds, and with the with the manual transmission, it's 5,050 pounds. Okay, now the turning radius on this vehicle is only 22.4 feet. The wheelbase is 137.3 inches, the width 73.8 inches, and the overall height is 75 inches. Overall total length of the vehicle is 218 inches, and the ground clearance is 11.1 inches. Now, one of the cool parts about this is on the approach angle, you're looking at 43.4 degrees, and on the breakover angle, you're looking at 20.3 degrees, and out back on the departure angle, it's 26 degrees. Now, what does that terminology mean? Well, the approach angle means how steep of a ramp, a rock, or a log a car can meet without actually scraping the front end. On the back side, conversely, the departure angle is similar to the approach angle, except related to having to have left and leaving rather than approaching an obstacle. And then we go to the breakover angle. Now, the breakover angle is similar. It relates to how big of a thing a vehicle can drive over without getting stuck. And the breakover angle is related to the ground clearance, but not exactly the same thing. But of course, in all instances, the larger the degree of approach or departure or breakover, the better it is, obviously, for off-roading. Now, on our scale of spade, this Rubicon scores pretty high, S being safety. So it does have blind spot and cross path detection, anti-lock 4-wheel brakes, disc brakes, electronic roll mitigation, downhill assist, and much more. Then we've got P for price. This is at $62,310, but again, she's loaded out to the gills. Then we have A for appearance. Classic Jeep looks, open air fun. The only open air off-road pickup truck out there. Dependability, we're looking at a basic warranty of 36 months, 36,000 miles, and it does have a powertrain warranty of 60 months, 60,000 miles. And then finally, spade, we've got E for economy. You're looking at 16 highway, 23 city, and not bad for an off-road vehicle, V6, heavy vehicle. It's purpose-built off-road. So that's it. You know, Nathan's chomping at the bit. He wants to talk to you folks and show you the technology and the coolness of everything that's inside. So I think, Nathan, I'll let you take it away.
All right.
You're all set to go. It's an autumn day out here. The sun's setting on us fast. So why don't you go ahead and take it away and show everybody inside.
All right, come on inside. Let's take a look. It's awesome. All right, stepping into the inside of the 2020 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon. This is what the door looks like. You got a nice red stitching in the door handle. You've got the netted pocket below. It's designed to come apart, and I'll show you the kit in a little bit, but a few bolts here and there, and off it comes. All 4 doors will remove. All right, and then moving it over here. Okay, so this is your lumbar right here. You can see it moving the seat. This raises or lowers your seat. This is your seat back control, so you can tilt it. And then up here you've got a bar that you can grab that tilts you forward or backwards. All right, that being said, up here we have the light switch here. This is your fog lamp here, and then this is your outer lights, your rear bed lights. And then this just does have auto lights on it. Dashboard dimming right here. And then right here you have got your indoor LED lights. Okay. Down here you have a power switch for your 115 volt AC plug-in in the cargo area. Okay, so stepping on the inside of the 2020 Gladiator Rubicon Edition. Wow. This right here controls your driver information center. You've got an RPM gauge along with your 4 high, 4 low, 4 neutral. All right, over here, you've got your speedometer. All right, so then you've got your phone on, you've got your phone off, and then you've got your voice command. So over here on this side, you got all your cruise control buttons, on, off, and then of course, cancel, set, resume, and set positive. Okay. So over here is your adaptive cruise control. You can turn it on by just clicking there. Then you can set increase or decrease the gap by clicking there. Okay, this is a tilt and telescoping wheel, but it's on the inside here. Okay, right here. And then if we move over a little bit, this is the infotainment screen. So just a really neat system that Jeep has put in here. So suffice it to say that this is an 8-speaker sound system. And it is Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Bluetooth capable. It's got a nice sound system. This also comes equipped with the premium Alpine sound system. Down here you have some physical controls for your infotainment screen, as well as the start button right here. So you got power on, off, you got volume. Over here you have got tuning and browsing. And this does come with a heated steering wheel, one of my favorites. You got front and rear defrost. You got heated seats right here. Of course, here's it's dual zone auto climate control. So there's that, off, fan speed, auto, and then you have your hazard button right here. Over here is all the passenger stuff plus the modes and the AC button. Underneath that, you've got a mute button to mute the stereo, which I like. You have your auto start stop on or off button here, traction control here, parking sensors you can turn on or off for here, and this is your select speed when you're off the trail, and that way you can set your speed whether you're going up or down, according to the conditions. Or off. And then I really like this when manufacturers have started to do this, but you can turn your screen on or off. Okay, down here I love this because this is actually where your power windows are, and then this one is your window lockout. Okay, you do have a 12-volt accessory plug right there. You do have another plug for media here. This is where you would plug in for Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, along with a 3.5mm jack. Down here, you do have some auxiliary switches that Jeep has thrown in that aren't necessarily hooked to anything, but we've seen this before in some off-road vehicles where they actually give you accessory switches so that when you wire your aftermarket products in, that you already have a nice, neat area to put them to. So that's really nice. Down here, of course, is where you would access locking your differentials. So up here is locking front and rear, and then down is locking rear only. Here you have the button to disconnect the sway bar, and then you have the off-road plus mode right there. This is your actual shifter right here. Okay, so it's a manual, a 2 high, 4 high, neutral, and 4 low. And then on the shifter itself, you just got a little push button in the front here that allows you to then move the shifter after you put on the brake. I love all the little Jeeps they put on here. Okay, back here you of course have, let me move this out of the way, you do have dual cup holders along with what would be, I would assume, a cell phone holder right here. You do have the hand-operated emergency brake. And then up here you've got your center armrest storage area. And down here you've got USB plugins, and I don't know if you can see my hand here, but there you go. So it is backlit. If you notice here, we kind of got a big tray right here, and the whole armrest is up. So if I put this down and I grab just the top button, you'll notice that I've got another storage area. A lot of the materials in here are soft touch. I mean, you know, from the dashboard up here, even this stuff around all the gauges, that's soft touch too. Okay, this is a little bit of, this is a harder plastic, but they've given it that soft edge, so it's not like a completely hard plastic. It's like it's upscale from that. Okay, and then you've got this beautiful handle over here, and then of course your air vents, which you just push to open and close, and then you just grab and rotate. Hey, the glove box is down here, so let's take a look at that. And there you go. You've got ample storage here. It is not as wide as what you normally expect, say, in a pickup, but you do have quite a bit of space. Okay, so 2 items in here that are besides the owner's manual that are worth mentioning here. Okay, is this little handle, and that is, don't throw that away, because it actually is a handle to help take out the would be, I think, the front windshield here. Okay, so, but also I said Jeep provides you with tools, and here they are right here. So if we open them up, then you can see where they are. Up here you do have an automatic dimming rear view mirror. Up here you just have your safety assist and SOS buttons, as well as your passenger airbag indicator, in case it's inflated or not, depending on how much weight's in there. You do have your home link buttons right here. And then if you put down the visor, you'd actually have LED lighting on the mirrors. And of course they are telescoping on both sides. Now, one of the things that's really unique about, of course, the Gladiator is that it all comes apart. I mean, the whole cab does. So I'm not going to do that, obviously, but here you can see some of the connections that would need to come off. So you need to take, you would need to take this off. You need to take that one, rotate it. You need to rotate this one, push that one down, and basically the panel comes up. All right, so over here on the passenger side, you see it mimics the driver's door with the same netting and the physical unlock and lock buttons along with the power ones. But then on the passenger side, I wanted to show you the seat here is got your tilt, back tilt. Okay, pull that and you can tilt the seat. And then you got your forward back button, but it doesn't have the up, down, or the lumbar support. All right, and coming up to the back door of the 2020 Gladiator Rubicon edition here, you notice we got a little door pocket down here with the netting, and then your handle with a nice red stitching, and then of course the chrome open handle and the lock on lock buttons. What I like about these doors, and I commented on the front, is the fact that they're all designed to come off. So the parts, nothing's on them that can't come off, like your window switches and stuff. All right, so here's just a view of the back. Got the sound bar on the top with your LED lighting, and then of course you have dual seat pocket right here. And then back here you've got your air vents, your window controllers, and again they're here, located here, so that when you take your door off, you're not disconnecting any wires. And then over here you've got USB outlets, and there's quite a few of them. There's 2 C's and 2 regulars, so that's more than I've ever seen before. That's a lot. Okay, and then of course down here you have a 115 volt, 400 watt household plug-in, along with 2 cup holders right here. And this center part pulls down as an armrest and a set of cup holders. Hey, the seats themselves, you just grab right on the edge and pull them up, and they'll click in place. And then down here you have some storage. So back here you've got your some of your jack and then the extension arms for it. But then right here you've got additional storage. If you take right here and grab and pull out, then you can open up and you've got more storage right in here. Okay, and then move this out of the way. And then you can see it goes underneath this seat as well. So this seat has the same thing. This does have a manually open and closing rear window, and then you do have adjustable headrests. My favorite thing is the forward-facing camera. I like it because, well, hopefully you're off-roading with this, and then you can see some of the stuff you're about to go over. But if you're not, if you're in a shopping mall, you can see what's the lines that you're pulling into, cars ahead of you, that kind of stuff. Very nice, useful feature. Love it.
Okay, so for my favorite thing, you're looking at it from bumper to bumper, top to bottom, you name it, everything all inclusive. This Jeep Gladiator Rubicon in total is my favorite thing.
If you're in the mall shopping lot, if you're in the mall parking lot, if you're in the Shaw parking lot, let me try that again. I really like the backup camera. Bloopers!